Namaskar, good evening. You're watching Nation Wants to Know and I'm Swati Joshi. Well, ever since our armed forces successfully dealt a hammer blow to Pakistan in Operation Sindoor, the Congress repeatedly questioned India's approach. Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi called the External Affairs Minister. He accused the External Affairs Minister of informing Pakistan about the offensive even before Operation Sindoor was launched. They accused the External Affairs Minister and even the Prime Minister of treason. Gaddari was the word they used. But today, BJP MP Nishikant Dubey has dropped a bomb on Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, which begs the question who really was sharing sensitive information with Pakistan. Was it the BJP government or the Congress? Well, today, BJP's Nishikant Dubey put out a post sharing what is reportedly a copy of a pact signed between India and Pakistan. What does this pact, this copy entail? This agreement was actually about revealing details of Indian troops' movement to Pakistan. Would you believe it? Let's tell you more about what the agreement entailed. Here on this big screen are details, the excerpts of what the pact speaks about. India-Pak recognized the need to jointly formulate agreement on advance notice on the troop movement, to prevent crisis situation due to misreading of other sides' intentions, schedule of troops exercises to be transmitted in advance. In case of immediate movement, information may be passed to the army headquarters. This has been posted by BJP's Nishikant Dubey, reminding Congress party of what it did in the 90s. Now, this agreement was formulated by Chandrashekhar government in 1991 and the Congress withdrew support from that government in 1991. However, it was the Congress government that implemented this agreement in 1992 and then got it ratified at the United Nations in 1994. Citing these facts, the BJP today is calling this a reflection of Congress's love for Pakistan. They go on to say that the nation was cheated for vote bank politics and asks, does this not amount to treason?
आज ये जो 1991 का एग्रीमेंट है जो 94 में इंप्लीमेंट किया नरसिंह राव की सरकार ने, वो क्या कहता है कि आप किसी प्रकार की कोई एक्सरसाइज करोगे, मिलिट्री एक्सरसाइज करोगे, ट्रूप की मूवमेंट करोगे, एयरफोर्स की करोगे, नेवी की करोगे, आर्मी की करोगे, आपको 15 दिन पहले जो है उसकी जानकारी दे देनी है। तो आपने ये देशद्रोह नहीं किया, आप जो है क्यों जानकारी दोगे, किस प्रकार की जानकारी दोगे?
So as the BJP sharpened its attack over an old pact allegedly signed and implemented by the Congress in the early 90s, one that mandated India to pre-notify Pakistan on military drills, party spokesperson Pawan Kheda has responded, but without addressing the specifics. Pawan Kheda has cited the political context of 1991, claiming the party withdrew support to Chandrashekhar government then. Other leaders of the party also sought to dismiss the charge, instead claiming that the centre had admitted their strategic blunder in informing Pakistan.
इतिहास को तुरोड़ मुरोड़ करना बीजेपी पार्टी के लिए और उनके नेतागण के लिए यह आसान तरीका है। हम देखते हैं रोजाना। उस समय शांति की माहौल थी। पहलगांव जैसे घटना घटी थी, जो करार की बात कर रहे हैं वो कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डिंग मेजर की एक हिस्सा बनते थे।
निशिकांत दुबे जी को थोड़ा और रिसर्च करना चाहिए। ये संधि जब हुआ था तो उस समय कांग्रेस पार्टी ने चंद्रशेखर जी की गवर्नमेंट से अपना समर्थन वापस ले लिया था। ये बातें कह के ये लोगों को भ्रमित करने का काम कर रहा है।
This is a peacetime agreement. What exchange of information has happened in a warlike situation. We were in the middle of a conflict, and in the middle of the conflict, Jaishankar ji has informed Pakistan, and now the BJP and Nishikant Dubey are accepting that yes, Jaishankar ji had informed Pakistan.
Nishikant Dubey is a sleeper cell to distract. Even in the parliament, he distracts the running house, taking unnecessary allegations which are baseless against the opposition party.
All right, so this is a question that we are asking this evening. As far as the pact is concerned, did Congress betray Bharat in the 90s? Because remember, they may have withdrawn support in 1991, but it was implemented in 92 when the Congress party was in power. You can register your vote, have your say, and cast your vote at Times Now on social media platform X. We will reveal the results of the poll right after the debate. So let me open up the debate. Let me go across to our guests. We have Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, joining us on the broadcast. We have political analyst Yash Chaudhary on the panel, along with Syam Prasad Meka, leader of the Congress party. And we also have Tausif Ahmed, the lawyer and political analyst as well. Good evening to all of you. Mr. Meka, I want to begin with you. So, Rahul Gandhi first questioned the foreign minister, then your party did a press conference and called the external affairs minister and the prime minister Gaddar and Pak informants. But now Nishikant Dubey is reminding you of what you did in the 90s. Based on that pact, my question is, so who's the real Gaddar?
So, Swati, first of all, this is not a question of 1990s. Why Nishikant Dubey is going back to 1991? He should stay in the current and answer the questions. Instead, he went to a peacetime confidence-building measures. What is wrong in that those measures? Those measures will happen between any countries during the peace times to build confidence that we are not trying to do anything to you. Those are very common things between any two neighboring militaries. Wow, what is this Nishikant Dubey ji bought out something and he is talking about Gaddar and all that? Why? I don't understand. Now people will also see through this. But coming to the current issue, see, external affairs minister, you can play that bite.
Yes.
What did he say? What did he say, Jaishankar ji? Play his bite, no?
No, we all know what he said. We all know what he said.
No, play his bite, no, for the benefit of
Finish your
viewers.
point. We all know what he said. You finish your point.
Yeah. So, what he said is before the commencement of Sindoor, the Pakistan military is informed.
That is where you are wrong. He never said before the commencement. Now you need
What
to go. You need to revisit the.
No, that's why. No, that's
Now
why.
you need to play it out for yourself. Revisit the bite. He never said before the commencement. Also, Mr. Meka, what is the problem in going back to the 90s? Because this time around, when the Operation Sindoor was launched, according to the DGMO, in the press conference, the DGMO made it very clear that in the immediate wake of Operation Sindoor, Pakistan was informed that, listen, we are targeting your terror hubs so that Pakistan does not misread the situation and think that it is a war on Pakistan when it was a war on terror. I want to bring in Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma. No, one by one. Let's have a discussion on these issues one by one. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you, Mr. Meka. So Sanju Verma, today Mr. Meka and the Congress party are saying, why are you going back to the 90s? Why don't you talk about the current issue? And they stick to their stand and allegation that the foreign affairs minister called up Pakistan to inform them beforehand.
You know, Swati, very quickly for the benefit of your audience, this is what the foreign minister S. Jaishankar said. I'm quoting him ad verbatim. At the start of the operation, we had sent a message to Pakistan saying, we are striking at terrorist infrastructure and we are not striking at the military. So the military has the option of standing out and not interfering in this process. They chose not to take that good advice at the start of the operation, not before the start of the operation. And very quickly in 10 seconds, Swati, you know, later on, when Pawan Khera, Jairam Ramesh and the entire Congress cabal started making reckless allegations at Mr. Jaishankar, this is what the MEA spokesperson said. And again, I'm quoting ad verbatim. We had warned Pakistan at the start, which was clearly during the early phase after Operation Sindoor's commencement. This is being falsely represented as having occurred before the operation began. This utter misrepresentation of facts is being called out. So at the start, not before the start, अंग्रेजी समझिए मिस्टर पवन खेरा, at the start और before the start के बीच में जमीन आसमान का अंतर होता है. And very quickly, Swati, I think your introduction was very comprehensive. Forget about when the agreement was signed. Chandrashekhar government से हमने support वापस ले ली थी, is what Pawan Khera is saying. Pawan Khera is very conveniently not saying the full truth. Who implemented the agreement signed between India and Pakistan? It was implemented by Congress in 1992. So much so that Congress went to the United Nations in 1994 to have the UN ratify that agreement, to get an endorsement from the United Nations. इसलिए यहाँ बैठकर बीजेपी को नैतिकता और नेशनलिज्म पर certificate बांटना please बंद करिए.
Okay, Tausif Ahmed Khan, now like Sanju Verma pointed out and like I said right at the beginning, that the Congress party is choosing to only address one part of it, saying, we withdrew support from the Chandrashekhar government. It was a Chandrashekhar government that signed, and that too after our withdrawal, but not speaking conveniently about 92 and 94 when they implemented it, went to the UN and got a stamp of approval. What was the need? Why inform Pakistan about the advanced troop movements?
No, you see, what 1991 and 1992 references to the military exercise, military drills that every military institution across the world, they keep doing it. So India also does it. Pakistan also does it. And that's a confidence building measure when we were de-escalating tension. The current situation we are talking about, we are going to strike. We were going to strike Pakistan. You see, as a policy, Mamata Banerjee has said that she stands with the central government, whatever, with regard to foreign policy, whatever step they have taken. But the question here is, the foreign minister admitted that given that information to Pakistan that we are striking you, did that cause in the loss of military equipments and military personnel? That has not been disclosed. Very well, we respect that the government or the military does not want to disclose our losses. I respect that completely, because that may give an upper hand, as the Indian military personnel has said in the press conference. Do not disclose that. But it is admitted position that yes, we did suffer a loss because we were in a combat situation.
Now the question is, the armed forces, if you believe every word,
not supplied this answer, we could have
if you respect every word of what the armed forces are telling you, in that very joint briefing, the DGMO said that in the immediate wake of the strike, we informed Pakistan, and when the armed forces maintain these were non-escalatory measures, aspersions are cast. But you want everybody to believe that in 92, when it was implemented, I want to bring in Yash Chaudhary as well, and then Sanju Verma. Yash Chaudhary, Congress party wants everybody to believe that when this happened in 1992, it was a part of a confidence building measure. We did not want any escalation to take place. So everybody believed that. But when it comes to the armed forces in this operation, saying that we had to inform, we did inform in the immediate wake because we were hitting terror hubs. We were not striking military installation of Pakistan.
See, we have to really get this agreement which Congress signed with the Pakistan with a very clear lens, because what they have done, they have gone on to sign a pact which has gone to undermine national security for a longer time, and they have done that throughout the years. We have also seen how our Prime Minister have rectified the Indus Treaty. We have to say that the biggest thing which our Prime Minister have done in the recent time is not just all these Pact which has to be rectified with the Prime Minister in the near future and what is happening. What Congress have done throughout the years, which our country have to face today, is not just one thing, but what our Prime Minister has been doing throughout the years. For example, now in this treaty, right, something which is going to benefit our country, but also clearly said, like khoon aur pani saath nahi bahega, that those kind of a statement is what India is standing with. What does Congress says about no Rafales were bought? So they've been talking about Rafales taken down. What about there was no planes? We were down from 42 squadron to 33 squadrons. In the time of the UPA government, there was no planes bought. There was only corruption. There was only commission what we as Indians were listening to. But when Prime Minister came in, he fast-tracked everything. He took the national security as the key point. He made sure we had alliance. We had people throughout the world. He traveled the world. He made sure India's image has gone onto the global level, and India is represented properly. So now what we're seeing is that these kind of acts which Congress have signed throughout the past, they're actually hampering India's national security today.
Okay. So you're saying that has impacted national security of India. I want to bring in Mr. Meka. Mr. Meka, the government has not been able to convince you. The External Affairs Ministry, the PIB fact-check unit, everybody fact-checked Congress party and the claims that it made. The armed forces in joint briefings every single time said that, listen, every attempt that was made by Pakistan towards our military bases, they were thwarted. Pakistan was not successful. They gave evidence saying that we've been able to strike at 11 air bases in Pakistan, decimate their terror hubs. But you just do not want to believe anybody, neither the government nor the armed forces. There's a stand that the Congress party has taken, sticking to it despite fact checks.
No.
What is the Congress party gaining out of it?
Swati, see, these are facts, right? So there
What
is
are
a
facts?
okay. 22nd April, the Pahalgam incident happened. Then Operation Sindoor is launched. We hit their targets, 9 targets, and then they tried to hit us back. We thwarted all of that and then blasted off the 11 air bases of them. These are facts. Nobody is questioning that. Okay.
Your party leaders are saying 4 jets gaye the, घूम के वापस आ गए.
No.
Such statements have been made by Congress leaders.
Wait. What we are asking is now, where are these 4 terrorists? Shouldn't we ask that?
Of course. Don't
Where are
trivialize.
these 4?
Go ahead and ask all questions that you want instead of trivializing.
We are not trivializing. You are trivializing by saying, bringing out the confidence building measure document and saying, oh, in 1991, Congress did something. These are all trivializing
Did it happen or did it not happen? Is that not a fact?
It's a fact.
Yes.
What is wrong in it?
What is wrong in it?
What
To
is wrong
inform
in it?
Pakistan about the military exercise that you're carrying about the movement of the troops, that's fine. There's nothing wrong in it.
It's a mutual. It will happen in the same way. The confidence building.
Okay, it's a
measures
mutual
will happen
understanding.
between
Sanju
any
Verma, the
two
BJP
countries.
got it all wrong. This is mutual understanding, confidence building measure.
You know, Swati, I just want to say one thing very categorically. For the first time in post-independent India's history, we put in abeyance the Indus Water Treaty of 1960. For the first time in 65 years, Pakistan को घुटनों पर ले आए हैं हम. And remember, Swati, when the surgical strike of 2016 happened, there were Congress leaders who called it खून की दलाली. That time, the Indian Army just crossed the LOC. Come 2019, via the Balakot strike, we not only crossed the LOC, we crossed the international border. तब भी राहुल गांधी और उनके दरबारियों ने मोदी सरकार पर इल्जाम लगाए थे. But lo behold, come 2025, forget crossing the LOC, forget crossing POK, forget crossing the international border, Swati. In 2025, via Operation Sindoor, we've struck at the heart of Pakistan. जैसे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने बीकानेर में अपनी स्पीच में कहा, हमने सिर्फ घर के अंदर घुसकर मारा नहीं, हमने सीने पर वार किया है. For the first time we said that terror and trade will not go together, water and blood will not flow together, and we also revoked the most favored nation status for Pakistan in 2019. Today, the entire economy of Pakistan at $340 billion is less than the GDP of Mumbai metropolitan region. Today, we have isolated Pakistan internationally. Tell me, Swati, the Organization of Islamic Countries, OIC, was set up in 1969. In the last 56 years, each time the Congress was in power, the OIC would pass a resolution against India.
Right.
Show me if the OIC has passed a resolution against India this time. The answer is no. Israel has stood with us. Russia stood with us. Italy condemned Pakistan. US condemned Pakistan. Australia condemned Pakistan.
Right.
But Jinnah 2.0, as in Rahul Gandhi, Muslim League 2.0, as in Congress Party, इनके पेट में दर्द हो रहा है that why did the Modi government destroy 11 Pakistani air defense systems from Rawalpindi to Sialkot?
Not just precision strikes, decisive action, diplomatic strike taken as well by the Modi government. Just one thing missing, by the way, that the opposition was busy criticizing the government through and through. And, you know, no decisive action by the opposition in terms of condemning Pakistan. So Pakistan ko bhool gaye all of a sudden. At least the opposition definitely has forgotten Pakistan.
Swati, let us be fair. Let us not forget how opposition was united when India was preparing to attack Pakistan. So please don't spread these false lies which are fed
lies, sir.
by
On
the
one hand,
BJP
in the all-party meeting, you said we stand with the government. And right after that, sir, statements started coming in. Kitne terrorists mare? 100 mare hain. 100 terrorists mare. Who knows that? Who will tell us? These statements were made, sir.
Your statement. Since no, Swati, you said that opposition had been criticizing government all through.
Yes, I said that.
These are your
because
statements. That's why I'm saying, please do not say such
saying you
things.
stand with the
Opposition
government,
was united.
right after the initial
Opposition
phase of
was-
Operation Sindoor, statements started coming in. Statements came in that if 100 terrorists have been killed, where is the sabut?
Useless
And
talking
how
to
do
you.
we know that
What is the
exactly
need of
100
BJP
terrorists have been
spokesperson?
killed?
What is the need
Can I
of
finish
Sanju
something
here?
quickly? Swati?
No, one second. Tosi,
Listen to me.
finish your
Listen
point.
to me. Now, Prime Minister wears a uniform like a fancy dress competition, puts up his big picture on the road, and he says, "Oh, I am the strong and mighty. I have attacked Pakistan." Did
He
Prime
never said,
Minister
"I have
flew the
attacked
plane?
Pakistan." He
Did
never
Prime
said, "I have
Minister
attacked
flew the
Pakistan."
plane?
You know,
Did
that
Prime
is
Minister-
a...
No. Then
He
why-
never said,
why-
"I have attacked Pakistan,"
Then
sir.
just say,
I don't think you
all hail
heard
Indian
either
Army.
the Armed
We will
Forces
not
joint
all hail
briefing
Prime Minister.
or the
We
Prime
will all
Minister's
hail Indian
address
Army.
to the nation. I
We
don't think
will
the opposition has heard
praise Indian
any
Army.
of that. But I do want to bring in Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, the credit is being taken by the government. That's the criticism, that the government wants to take credit, and that's why you have these posters of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
You know, Swati, first and foremost, let me say this very, very clearly. I take strong objection to the absolutely rubbish language being used by the TMC Darbari, saying Prime Minister to fancy dress ke kapde pehante the. Sharam aati hai ya nahi? You should not call yourself a lawyer.
Yes.
You're behaving like a two-penny
Prime
troll.
Minister is wearing fancy dress.
You're behaving like a
Wearing
two-penny troll.
sunglass and fancy
Badtameez
dress.
aadmi. Swati,
One
I did not
second, okay,
interject.
all right. Let's stick to the issue.
I did not interject when he was talking. I repeat, Tausif, you are a two-penny, badtameez, bewakoof troll. Now let me come to the moot point, Swati. Swati, let's get one thing very
Lesser
clear.
than you.
Okay, no personal
Lesser than
attacks,
you,
please.
never
Sanju
put
Verma,
forward.
Tosi, I request both
You
of you to
only
not make any
never
personal
really-
attacks, no personal jibes.
Like an Air India
Just a couple of minutes left into the debate. Let's focus on the issue. Sanju, then yes, Chaudhary, yes.
Sanju,
Yes.
should get-
Swati, my limited point is this.
Sanju, there is a problem.
Immediately after the 22nd of April 2025, you look at Robert Vadra. He says Pahalgam terror attack happened because Muslims are made to feel insecure in India. You look at Siddaramaiah, he gave a clean chit to Pakistan. You look at Congress MLA of Maharashtra, Vijay Wadettiwar, he gave a clean chit to Pakistan. You look at Congress MLC in Karnataka, B.K. Hariprasad, he said, how do we know Pakistan is involved? You look at Manishankar Iyer, who was a former Congress minister, he said, this Pahalgam terror attack happened because of the partition-related problems of 1947. Why blame Muslims? Why
Right.
blame Pakistan? Then you look at Tariq Hamid Karra, who's the Jammu Kashmir Congress president. He says, "Hamare paas kya sabut hai? Pakistan is involved." You know, so my limited point is, from Siddaramaiah to Robert Vadra to Manishankar Iyer, they are busy giving a clean chit to Pakistan and
Right.
Charanjit
So,
Singh
Tausif, how do
Channi.
you stand with the government when you're criticizing the government on every single development? Mehbooba Mufti also said that, basic resource has been weaponized by this government while she was talking about the Indus Waters Treaty. Then don't say that you support the government.
Well, opposition has all the right to question when the Prime Minister wants to take the credit for the job performed by our brave soldiers. We must give this credit to our brave soldiers, our brave Indian Army, Indian Air Force and Indian Navy. No one must try and appropriate the credit for it. No, please do not interrupt me. Our soldiers fight for the nation. Our soldiers are not the slaves of Narendra Modi. And what did the BJP minister say? What did the BJP minister say? That our Indian army,
I know,
charan
Tausif, you are
sparsh
waiting
karte
to
hain.
bring up that point.
Pradhan Mantri ke charan
Whatever
sparsh
that
Modi ke-
person has said, Vijay Shah has said, is condemnable. He was taken to task by the courts. But yes, that question is valid. When will the BJP act against him? I quickly want to bring in Yash Chaudhary as well. He wanted to make a comment before I wrap up. Yash Chaudhary.
So first, it's just a disrespectful comment by our correspondent
Yes.
here against the Prime Minister. First thing first, if we see how the opposition have behaved throughout, and when we're speaking about it, we have seen Ajay Rai mocking Rafale, right?
Yes.
We have seen that. We have seen, you've been talking about Prime Minister putting, it's a sign of valor. All Indians love to wear. If you go see Indians love to wear the Indian Army, we love our army and we stand with that. But what do? Opposition has gone against everything and they have put a beheaded picture of our Prime Minister. How do you even say that? Like, how can you even put a picture of a Prime Minister of a country and then you go on and start mocking the Prime Minister?
Many see that poster as a tribute, as a salute to the valor of our forces, but the opposition believes this is a PR stunt. This is nothing but publicity stunt. I'm completely out of time. Sanju Verma and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for your time and perspective. Let's now take a look at the results. This is the question we asked. Did Congress betray Bharat in the 90s? We're talking here about the Congress Pact that Nishikant Dubey spoke about. 83% people have voted yes, while 17% people have voted no. And with that, I'm wrapping up this edition of Nation Wants to Know. There's a lot more lined up on the other side. Stay on with us.